Good morning, it's day 4 and I've woken up to this.
Attention please. There's an emergency. Please keep quiet. Walking order from emergency exit.
Floor it. Here we go. Oh, that is fast. Holy Welcome to Hangzhou at night. A projector. You're very good at this. Well, hello and a very good morning to you. It is freezing here in Australia and I can't believe I'm saying this, but after about a month and a half of not being in China, I'm going back to China. I loved the last time we were there. If you guys haven't seen the vlog, you need to go watch it. Daddy Jacob and I, we went there with Cherry, but this time we're going there for something rather special. You see, over the next year or so, Australia is getting something like 10 new Chinese car brands, which is insane. It's crazy, but I'm all for competition. So yeah, bring every car brand to Australia. I'm happy with that. And for this trip, we're going to be introduced to Zeekr. Zeekr are a company owned by Geely, which is a very large automotive conglomerate who owns car brands like Volvo, Polestar, Lotus, maybe a few others are sprinkled in there that I can't quite remember right now, but Zeekr is one of them. So we're going there for 4 to 5 days to see exactly what Zeekr will offer in Australia. What are they like? I don't know. And although it's not going to be in this video, I then come back for one day and then I head off to Korea with Hyundai to see one of their new cars. So crazy couple of weeks coming up. A very quick shout out to you. Thank you for watching these videos and making these opportunities happen in the first place. But now I'm going to shut up. We're going to get to the airport and I'll see you there. Okay, so welcome to Melbourne Airport. We're going to start boarding in about 10 minutes and we're flying China Eastern from Melbourne, obviously, to Shanghai Pudong International Airport. We're flying a 787-900 for all my app geeks out there, and we're in primo economy. Would I prefer business? Yes, but that's okay. You know what? Influencers got to take what they take. I'm kidding, by the way. Anyway, I do have to get a lot of work done now in the next 10 minutes before my flight, so I will do that. See you on the plane. Okay guys, we're on the plane now. I'm going to be a bit quiet because it's pretty packed, but flight time is 9 hours and 55 minutes. The seat is really nice, so I can't complain too much. And I'll update you when I get there, just so I don't piss everyone off around me. See you soon. Alrighty guys, welcome to Shanghai Airport. Feels like I was just here because I'm seeing all cool cars and just things you don't see back in Australia really. But now we're walking to get some group photos taken. I'm out of breath. And then we're going to the Shangri-La Hotel in Shanghai. So join me as we go there. Alrighty guys, so we've made it to the Shangri-La Hotel. It is a very, very bougie hotel, let me tell you. You walk in and it is grand. And this is one of the things we noticed last time we came to China, which is hotels are grand. This was grand. So yeah, this is the room. It is very, very nice. Interestingly, I had a burger delivered to my room. So thank you to the PR rep from Zeekr. So it's currently 9 p.m. here. I'm pretty tired, I've got to be honest, but I still have a bit in me. So I'm gonna go out for drinks, which is what you have to do in China. And I'm gonna eat this unsolicited burger. So see you soon. So the area I'm staying at, I think it's called the Bund or something, I don't know. It's crazy. Look at the building behind me. I couldn't help myself but to go for a walk. I'm kind of snacky, so I want to get a few snacks. That burger was certainly not enough. Guys, this is crazy. When I tell you that Shanghai is beautiful, I mean it's beautiful. And also, check this out. I feel like I'm back home. We found an ANZ. Nothing like an ANZ bank. Guys, I know this isn't a travel vlog, but this is just so damn cool. So the 7-Eleven I wanted to go to was not open, so I found another 7-Eleven, had to go for a bit of a walk, but check this out. Isn't that just sick? Oh man, so I'll show you my haul when we get back to the hotel room. Very cool. All right, I'm not just gonna talk about the fact that I locked myself out of the room for half an hour, all right? For you, it's just another second of the video. So let's go through the shopping haul and why the hell am I even in China? It's a good question. Oreos. So I was invited out of the blue by a brand called Zeekr. Now, Zeekr is one of 10 new brands entering the Australian market from China in the next 12 months. There's a lot of new Chinese EVs coming to Australia. So they're gonna launch in Australia, as far as we're aware anyway, with 2 models. Sugar-free peach. I'm diabetic, I can't have sugar drinks. Pretty damn good. So they're launching with 2, the Zeekr 009, which I actually sat in from the airport to here. It's an ultra luxurious minivan. I was getting my bum massaged, my back massaged, lie flat. Here in China, it sells for between 105,000 and 125,000 Australian dollars. So who knows what it will be when it comes to Australia, but based on that pricing, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a little bit more when it actually lands in Australia. So that's an interesting move, bold for sure. 4D, not Lego bricks. Let's try it. That's really good. Too bad I can only have one. This one's going straight to the fiance. The other car they're likely to launch in Australia is the Zeekr X, which is like a Model Y competitor. It's about $60,000 equivalent anyway, Australian dollars in Europe where it sells right now. Oh, this is like Mickey Mouse. Apparently a 4D Mickey Mouse. Again, too bad I can only have one. Because this is like a grape no sugar soft drink. Wow, that is really good. And there's some crazy figures on these cars. For example, the Zeekr, you can get it in a configuration that will do 0 to 100 in 4.5 seconds, apparently. And I believe them, because Chinese car manufacturers generally don't lie about their performance figures. They just match it. So what am I doing here? Well, I don't really know. I've got like this sheet here, which kind of tells me tomorrow I'll be leaving Shanghai, which is why I'm really glad I went for a walk right now. I'll be touring the Zeekr Design Center in Shanghai, visiting the battery factory, transferring to Hangzhou. I'm gonna butcher pronunciations, I'm sorry for all my Chinese followers. And there'll be a media interview in Zeekr Westlake flagship store. So really the point of this is to introduce me and therefore you to the Zeekr brand. I know pretty much just about as much as you do now about Zeekr. So really not that much. And I would like to learn more because if it's a new brand in Australia, we should know about it. So join me for the rest of this journey as we find out more about who Zeekr are. I don't know either. We'll find out together. And so begins day 2 here in China. We are at the Zeekr Design Center at the moment. We just had a presentation going through pretty much all of their products at the moment, and they have some pretty cool products like the 007, which has a very cool LED front, and you can change that. I don't know what you'd put on it, of course, but there's some pretty interesting things I learned. For example, their headquarters are in Sweden, and obviously with Geely, like all of their headquarters are in Sweden, and then they have this pretty awesome design room here. They've got about 50 people here, 500 in total, so the rest are back in Sweden. And I'm gonna show you around some of the cars right now because they're pretty damn cool. So this one here is the Zeekr X. This is one that we are expecting in Australia, and it looks pretty damn beautiful. Then you have the 001, and this is the one that they launch with. It's really interesting because it's the first kind of like shooting brake EV. We're not gonna be getting this in Australia because it only comes in left-hand drive. But from what I understand, they do want to make this into a right-hand drive, and it's also coming out in the FR, which is, I don't know, fast something. But anyway, that has over 1200 horsepower and can do 0 to 100 in 2.02 seconds. So we're gonna be driving some of these cars on the track, and I really hope that's one of them. This is of course the 009, and it's their like luxury people mover, and they're gonna be bringing out one of these with like a 42-inch display, very much like the Lexus big barge that we reviewed, and I'll link that down below. But yeah, this one was really nice when we drove in it yesterday. And then there's this, the 007, which as you can imagine, that won't go down well in trademark Mark filings across the world, so they're gonna have to change the name of that if they want to sell it outside of China. But look at it, it's a really good looking sedan. So this thing goes up against the Tesla Model 3 with the air suspension all around and a bunch of other really cool features. So yes, very cool. They put in a lot of effort, clearly, and it's a very Western-led design team, which I think is quite intentional. Okay, so that was the design studio. Next up, we're gonna visit their main flagship store here in Shanghai. It is an absolutely gorgeous day, blue skies all around. And it was really funny, actually, when we walked in here, they made us cover up our phones. It's all very secretive, of course, like every other car brand. And yeah, we also saw some of their other products, their future products, which look really good. And a lot of them are likely coming to Australia. So very cool stuff. All right, let's continue. Well, look what we've come across here. It's the DongFeng M-Hero 917 with the pistols for the door handles. See if I can get a shot. Do you see that inside? Pistols for the bloody door handles. Insane. So we've just had lunch. There was a lot of food. We've come across this DongFeng. So a lot of these brands, they actually have inside of these shopping centers here, they have their brand showcases, or showrooms, I should say, in there. And so, yeah, we're walking past some really cool DongFeng M-Hero 917s. We looked at that when we were at the Beijing Auto Show. If you want to learn more about that, I'll link that down below. But yeah, a very cool car indeed. All right, welcome to the Zeekr factory here in Hangzhou Bay. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Getting a thumbs up in the background. Here we are, where they build a lot of Zeekrs. So we're gonna go in and see how they make the Zeekr vehicles, the 001, the 007, the 009. I'll be totally honest with you guys, I am shattered. It has been a long day and I am still tired from yesterday, but also super excited to see what Zeekr build in here. Hopefully I can get some B-roll. It's all top secrets. I don't know exactly what I can film inside, but hey, I guess you'll find out. So join me. Here's something really cool, and you can see it behind me. Behind me is the 001 that was co-developed with Kimi Räikkönen. It's called the FR, and it means like fast racing or something, and I should be able to drive that tomorrow. This thing has about 1,200 horsepower, will do 0 to 100 in 2.02 seconds. Insane, it looks amazing. Just take a look at how aggressive its styling is. It just looks sick, absolutely huge brakes there. Now, will we be getting this in Australia? Very unlikely, but would be cool to see. Let me know in the comment section, would you want to see that? Insane amount of power. Holy moly, guys. Okay, so we've just wrapped up the tour, spent about an hour and a bit walking through that building behind me, and we also then went and saw the final assembly shop. So a few things for me, you're not allowed to film in there, hence I didn't take in the camera. However, let me tell you about it because it's mind-blowing. So first of all, you walk in and you notice that there are robots, a lot of robots. How many are there? Well, inside of that building behind me, there's 832 robots with arms, and then there's like another few hundred that cart things around. Now that's pretty normal. However, that number of robots is not normal. That's a lot of robots. And there's about 200 people in there who assist the robots. In fact, in a lot of that factory, there are no lights. It operates in darkness because it doesn't need anyone there because there are just so many bloody robots. Then we went to the other section where we saw the final assembly of the car. They kind of put the pieces together. Interestingly here, they don't just make Zeekr cars. You could probably see it off in the distance. They also make Polestars and Volvo and a couple of other cars too. So we saw the new Volvo minivan electric. It's actually like a Zeekr 009 on the inside. And in that area, there were a lot more people just doing the final touches on the car. Frankly, it was an insane experience. And it just goes to show you that this is no small operation. Like, this is some serious I've done a few factory tours now and I've never seen something that high tech. So I think people who are worried about quality, yeah, you got to come to one of these factories because frankly, some of the stuff I've even seen in Australia doesn't hold a candle to that. Oh, there I am. Another day, another dollar. That's what they say. It's the end of the day now, day 2. And again, it's been a pretty big day. I'm pretty exhausted, but we did have a delicious dinner. It was very much like lunch, just like a lot of, I guess, grazing food, just lots of little dishes that everyone shares. Full as. really full. And again, like I said last time, everyone's just been so lovely and hospitable. So the plan for the rest of the night is pass out. And that is my honest to God plan. It's about 9 o'clock and I just feel that way. So in the morning, we'll do a workout, eat brekkie, and then we're off to do another factory tour. And even more fun is we're gonna drive some cars and launch them, because that's what we do here on CarSauce. All right, see you in the morning. Guten bloody Morgen. Oh, you didn't just see my bed there. So this is day 3 now, and it's a big day. Apparently it's going to rain like crazy, which I really hope it doesn't, because we are visiting a battery factory. More importantly though, we're gonna go to Ningbo Speedway. And I don't know if you can see behind me, guys, but it's crazy the infrastructure here. There's just rows and rows of these huge high rises, because obviously China has one of the largest populations in the world, I think second only to India. And so as a result, they have to house people, and they do so in these just unbelievable scale of infrastructure. Like, it's genuinely mind-blowing. But anyway, that's me losing my mind over infrastructure. Let's go visit some battery factories. Okay, so I have to be very quick here. I'm not allowed to film inside of there, but I'm gonna take you in on a secret hidden little recording device. I'll put some B-roll on top of it, but it's very sneaky, so let's do this. Alrighty, ladies and gents, we have entered the factory. I repeat, we have entered the factory. So this factory produces batteries for the entirety of Geely Group. Right now, what you're hearing is a machine putting cells into a cell testing machine. Big ass robot with a huge arm on it, and each cell gets individually tested to make sure that they're actually working before they put them in the car. They're using these huge robot arms from a company called KUKA, which they use in their automotive manufacturing as well, so where they build the cars. Each battery cell weighs 3.5 kilograms, and there's 1 kilowatt hour per battery cell. So you can imagine if you have 100, the whole battery pack's going to weigh about 350 kilograms with a pretty decent energy density to achieve 100 kilowatt hours. They then stack 12 cells into what's called one module, where they essentially like squeeze them together and make them into a single row, and that creates a module, and those modules then form the battery pack. Okay, so we've just moved to the E-Drive plant, and as part of that we're seeing all these top secret camouflage vehicles, which I'll put on the screen now with a heavy blur. But let me tell you, there's some exciting cars coming. But like this name suggests, the E-Drive plant is where they produce the E-Drive motors, or electric motors really, that power all of these Geely products. All right, so we just hit the EDS1 line, and apparently 80% of this entire line is automated. And again, I've just walked into this huge, expansive warehouse with robotic arms just moving around. It takes 101 seconds to make one of these motors. That's crazy. Alrighty, so behind me is Ningbo Raceway. We have just made it here. This place is owned by Geely Group, and that's why you're gonna see a lot of Lynk Co cars. I mean, look at these things down here. I've never seen so many of like one car just stacked up. Apparently you can come here and pay like 5 grand and have the track to yourself. So that's pretty cool. So plan now is to have some lunch, and then we are going to drive some Zeekr cars here on the track. I don't exactly know which ones, and to be honest, I want to make a full video on one of them. So if I have, I'll put that thumbnail on the screen now and link it down below. But yeah, really, really cool. Didn't love like a 3-hour bus drive to get here, but hey, we're here now. Alrighty guys, so for the vlog here, I've got a full review coming out on the Zeekr X that I'm driving now. So if you want to learn more about that, I'm on the track right now. Click the link in the description below. This is my mate, my new mate, Tommy.
Hello everyone.
Tommy's English is excellent. Alrighty guys, see you after. Sorry, didn't know how to open it.
No, it's okay.
I'm Matt, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, great.
Is it okay if I film this?
Yeah, of course.
So this is the 007.
This is the 001.
Oh, 001, is this the all new
single
001?
Single motor, 200 kW motor in the back.
That's crazy.
So it's roughly around 272 horsepower.
This is a really nice like interior space. So you were part of creating the FR.
FR, yes.
And what does that stand for again?
And this one, you see, this is why I think the car is fun.
You're good at drifting. I wouldn't be able to recover that, you know? You're very good at this.
I get all the Guinness record. It's driven by me. I was a racing driver in China.
Were you really?
Yeah, I won the China GT champion.
Really? Wow.
This is a traditional suspension with the spring.
So this is an air suspension?
Yeah, no, not this.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's nice and soft.
That's why the car has okay handling.
Yeah.
I think for EV, it's very good handling already.
So what race cars did you drive?
R8, GT3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Porsche.
Oh, you did GT3, wow. And so how does this feel like driving an electric car versus a combustion engine car?
This one, the single motor is actually very linear.
Yeah.
The power output is very linear.
Yeah.
But for FR, is I think abundant horsepower.
Well, the FI, you said had 1,200 horsepower?
1,300.
1,300 horsepower. And we'll do 0 to 100 in 2.02 seconds. Does it have individual motors?
Yes.
Oh,
motors.
wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's why the car can do tank turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you develop that a lot with Kimi Räikkönen?
Yes. Yes. He came to help us for the chassis and the torque distribution.
Right. Alrighty, so just jumped out of that 001 with the guy who's in charge of developing the FR, and now we're filming the review for the 009, so stay tuned for that. Again, I'll link that down below. Alrighty guys, so we've gotten our time now in the Zeekr 001 FR. This has been tuned by Kimi Räikkönen. I'm with my friend here. Remind me your name, sir?
My name?
Yeah.
Kino.
Kino. Yes. I was going to say Keanu, but no, Kino. Okay. So this thing has 1,300 horsepower and it has 4 electric motors. That's right, it is quad motored. And they're only producing just under 100 of these a month for the Chinese market, which might sound like a lot in Australian terms, but for Chinese market, it's not. Put our foot down. That's crazy. I'm gonna put my foot off there, but it is so stupidly fast. And obviously we have this fake engine noise pumped in inside. But you have to remember that, you know, this group operates in the same group as Lotus. And so they're gonna make some crazy performance cars and share a lot of that. We'll come to the launch in a second, but it's a fast car. And it drives just incredibly well. Obviously this interior is amazing and the seat actually moves around as you're driving it to keep you in position. Literally it will just inflate different parts of the seat to make sure that it's holding you in. The brakes are incredibly good. And I just can't believe that this thing has 1,300 horsepower. Well, actually I can believe it because it's so damn fast. Steering is amazing as well. Holy moly, I can't believe this is the same car as the one we were just doing drifts in. Unreal. We're gonna test out the 0 to 100. All right, we have a launch control mode and it is now on. We have our specialist timing gear. Let's do it, floor it. Here we go. Oh, that is fast. Holy shit. That is insane. 0 to 100.
2.7.
2.73 seconds in wet weather. That is crazy.
Yes.
Oh, guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I just filmed 2 full reviews in a few hours. I'm dead. Really am dead. It was cool to drive them on the track though. 009 and X review are coming, so make sure you subscribe to the channel because pretty epic reviews, even though they were a little rushed. But okay, that's my time here at Ningbo Raceway. Time to get on the bus, go back to the hotel and have a power cry, because that's how I feel right now. Okay guys, as you could see a couple of hours ago, I was pretty over it, but we've just arrived at a new hotel. I honestly have no idea where I am at this point, but this is very nice, isn't it? It's very, very bougie indeed. Now, I just want to make this very clear because I realize I haven't throughout this video. Yes, Zeekr flew me out here in premium economy and they've put me up in this nice hotel. However, that does not sway my opinion. And it's never swayed my opinion, and it hasn't swayed Daddy Jacob's opinion. Let me tell you, all of that, it would be very counteracted by the fact that we work so hard while we're here. They can give us these or fancy dinners. It does not change my opinion in the slightest, and we will tell you how it is. But I will say, this is quite nice. Let's open this up. Yeah, oh, it's nice and muggy. So that is our hot springs. We have a hot spring here, which is pretty awesome, a private one. This is the view outside. Quite beautiful here. It's honestly a really beautiful part of the world. We're driving through some amazing areas and the scenery in China and really the people. I just want to say this, the people of China are so hospitable. There's no tipping here and they just go out of their way to help you. I feel like back home people just give a grunt. Okay, and we'll do something. Anyway, now I've got an hour to literally sit down and cry, and then we're going for dinner. You could tell I'm tired. Good morning, it's day 4, and I've woken up to this.
请注意，现在有紧急情况，请大家保持镇静。Attention please. There's an emergency. Please keep quiet. walking order from emergency exit.
Okay, so I guess there's some sort of random emergency and I've got to get out of here, but I don't know what to do. So I guess leave? I don't know, I'm stuck. I've got all my stuff here. I've got to pack and we're leaving in like 10 minutes. So what do I do? What do I do? I'm fearful. Okay, so I decided to go for the route of don't worry about it, which I'll be honest, don't do as I do, but do as I say. You should probably not ignore it like I just did. But this time it did work for me and it stopped. Have a look at this. It is a gloomy, muggy day, but it is gorgeous here. I can't. It's so beautiful. Let's safely exit this building. Alrighty guys, so we are back on the bus. I feel like I'm living on this bus, but at least I'm seeing heaps of China. Okay, so we're going to a place called Westlake in Hangzhou. I'm so sorry for all my Chinese fans. I'm definitely butchering these names, but I'm trying, I promise. And flagship stores are often really, really cool because brands really try hard to make it like a cool experience. So it'll be nice to see inside, and I get to film part of a review for the 009 that I couldn't film yesterday, the interior. So there's a bit more work to be done, but I'm excited. Let's get there. Okay, so we visited the flagship store and then we've come to this store here because in it is the 009, the minivan, but it's the ultra luxury version of that minivan. It is insane. 43-inch display on the inside, Nappa leather absolutely everywhere. By the way, the normal 009 also comes with Nappa leather everywhere. You have the most tactile buttons I've ever heard in my life. You've got like a chauffeur area. It's crazy. Don't think that one's coming to Australia. Don't know who would buy it. It's a very luxury thing and not many Australians like that, but very, very cool to experience. But it's also just like a giant shopping center area. They have like all foods. They have different car brands here as well. And it wouldn't be an international trip if there wasn't a McCafe. So yeah, very, very cool indeed. Now, let me show you inside the showroom. All right, so check this out. I'll turn the camera around. So as you can see, here is the 007. You can tell because it has the customizable lights here. This whole thing you can change, which I just think is awesome. And you have a LiDAR at the top. This is the 009, the ultra luxury one, 0 to 103.9 seconds. Look at these Mercedes Maybach wheels. That is crazy. And check out this interior. It will blow your mind. Seriously, if Rolls-Royce were gonna make a luxury minivan, it would be this. Look at this display as well. It's hard to see. There you go, 43 inches. There's 36 speakers in there. It's crazy, really, really nice. And then if we keep coming over here, love the soft lighting, by the way. Well done, Zeekr. It means this is a lot easier to film. We have the X here, which we have a full review out of now, and the all new 001. They only released this like 2 years ago, their first ever car, and this is all new, which is crazy. You can tell this is the dual motor by the orange here on the logo. But yeah, a very, very cool showroom, a lot going on. And it's so interesting how Chinese manufacturers don't really have dealerships per se. It's just like this, like showrooms, very much like Polestar has in Chadstone Shopping Centre, if any of you have gone there. Very, very cool indeed. Alrighty guys, so we're here at the Hilton in Hangzhou, or Hangzhou, I'm so sorry. Again, butchering pronunciation. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the interior shots I needed for the Zeekr 009 yesterday at the track, so I need to walk back to the flagship store, set up my camera, it's gonna be a bit awkward, and film an interior segment for the full review. The lengths I go to for you guys, so yeah, I've got about an hour of free time to do that, so I need to head there now, but it's beautiful outside. Check this out. So this is a Huawei Luxeed. It's actually built by Chery, and we saw it at the Beijing Motor Show like, I don't even know, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago now. Check out this city. It is genuinely stunning. This is just outside the hotel. Greenery everywhere. The temperature though, you could probably say I'm a bit shiny. It's so humid, like really, really humid. But yeah, beautiful streets as well. Really quite gorgeous. Now begins the walk with the camera gear. Let's make it. So we've made it to the flagship store and I found the Zeekr 009. So now I'm gonna refilm that interior section and get what I need. I'll see you after. Alrighty guys, so did my filming. So hospitable. You walk in, I literally just come in, I'm like, can I film with this car? Like exasperated. And they're just like, yeah, of course man, come in. So all done. Now I'm gonna walk back to the hotel. I'm gonna need one of those power cries again, but you know, I can't fault this scenery. Holy shit, this is beautiful. So, so cool. See you back there. Welcome to Hangzhou at night. It's crazy, there's so much light. I hope this can capture it, but it's really hard. There's a ton of light bleed and a ton of people too. Cool. This is really cool. Somebody tell me what this is. Look at this food. Smells amazing. Super duper sweet smelling. How cool is that? When do you see that in Melbourne? Never. Never. That's the answer. Never. And this just looks like it would burn tomorrow. It will burn. We've all been there. We've all been there. Jacob and I experienced it on our last trip to China, in fact. And if you want to go watch that vlog after this, I highly recommend you do. More unhinged than this in so many ways. So, Daddy just had some Shake Shack. It wasn't my choice before you all go fatty batty in the comments, okay? It wasn't my choice. Other people wanted it. I came along for the ride. But now we're going to have a look at Lee Auto. Let's check it out. Ooh, what have we got here? Welcome to Lee Auto. This is the Lee Auto L6. It's an SUV. It's got a light bar. Let's check out the inside. Oh, like Jesus.
Tesla, right? There's no screen for the...
Look at that dual display. That's very extra, isn't it?
Oh wow, that little thing.
So that is your instrument cluster. And these dual displays are just motherfucking dual displays. That's sick. That looks great. So these are a riveting car here in China. People absolutely love these. They actually almost have quite a basic look to them, but also very primo as well. Looks awesome. And this is their flagship SUV, the Lee Auto L9, with a maximum power of 330 kilowatt and 630 newton meters of torque. It's got a very purple look to it indeed. Looks great. And it's got that same dual screen setup with a very, very cool digital instrument cluster. That is seriously one of the coolest tech I think I've seen in any car. That's wild. I'm mind blown right now. By the way, Lee Auto, there are no plans at the moment to bring that to Australia, but honestly, that was some cool cars, man. They've also got a Lee Auto Mega, which we've seen driving around, and that's like a spaceship. It literally looks like a Tesla Cybertruck if it were a minivan. Crazy. So we're walking through this random shopping center here in Hangzhou, and there's a lot of other brands here, including Tesla. Check this out. We're now here at Tesla. This is one of their stores in a shopping center. It's got something very, very cool indeed, and that is this. Not the Cybertruck, but the Cyber Quad. Unfortunately, it's only for kids. So even if you're like me and a kid at heart, it's not for you. This is also very cool though. So Tesla Model X, they still sell these in China. Australia is unfortunately not important enough to Tesla apparently. And check out this steering. It's my first time seeing it. It's the Tesla yoke. Some people absolutely love it. Some people absolutely hate it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Personally, I think it looks sick. And here you can see the prices. So if you want the Model X with 3.9 seconds 0 to 100, I'm guessing that's what it says, 724,900 RMB. If you want the Plaid, oh, it's gone. 2.6 seconds. It'll be here. 824,900. Imagine that, a Model X accelerating 2 point whatever it is. That's so crazy. Probably not safe. Okay, so we've just entered a Neo store. We've gone out, had some Shake Shack. Check this out. This is their flagship SUV, the ES8. And if we come here, you're gonna see this little thing up on the dash. You can check this out. If we open up the door, it faces you. How innovative is that? Very cool. This here is their flagship ET7, which is kind of like a Model S rival. Then they've got the smaller ES6. And then over there is the ET6, which is their Model 3 competitor. Pretty nice interior here though. That's very, very bougie. And actually, we're gonna be hopefully getting this one here, the ET5, probably in 2025. So actually rather soon. So I've got no idea where we are right now, but we are next to a giant lake and there are a lot of people around here and some very beautiful scenery. Another day, another Chinese EV coming to Australia. Let's check out Xpeng. So we are getting this in Australia, the G6. It is a Tesla Model Y competitor. We'll do 0 to 100, 4.1 seconds, apparently. It is so humid, but this is nice in here. It's mind-blowing to me because all these cars, they're coming out of nowhere and they all have to compete and try and be different in some way, but in a lot of ways, it's all very same in here. Got a huge 15-inch display, storage under there. It does feel very, very nice though in here. Very, very nice indeed. So what do you guys think of this? I think it looks pretty cool. They've also got this, the G9, which is a larger SUV. And inside, you can see it's got the dual screens again, and ambient lighting. I don't know, they're all starting to look very similar. And then you have what looks like a, well, it's the same color as the Porsche Taycan or the Xiaomi SU7, which we reviewed, and you can check that out. And on the inside, it does look very nice indeed. The thing I'm noticing is that we're living in almost like a revolution at the moment where Chinese cars are being made so quickly. So quickly. The rate of change here is crazy. Like even this, you can see it says 2024 edition. At this rate, that car behind me, the G9, is gonna look totally different next year. The 2025 edition will be like an all new car. It's crazy. Oh my God, no way. It has butterfly doors. It's got butterfly doors. Anything and everything here in China. Awesome. Here we are at one of the most interesting stores, I think. We are at Huawei. let's check out Huawei, the smartphone manufacturer, the large tech conglomerate. What do they have inside? So let's talk M9. This is their luxury SUV. It does look the part. And check out the inside. Again, triple screens. The interior layout is quite similar to a lot of other cars we've seen, but this does look very, very nice. And it's got one crazy feature that I don't think I've seen in any car, a projector. I don't know if that's old school or really cool. Where does it come out from? Ooh, back there. Hello. Hello. Very cute. Then there is this, the M5, which looks very much like a Model Y competitor, something we've probably seen a lot of before. And come inside, well, again, I don't know, it's following the same formula. It's really hard to say anything new about the inside of these things, but the back end does look absolutely fantastic. Very Porsche Macan-esque. Be really interesting to drive these back to back if you ever could and see just how they perform, because surely there's difference in that. And then there is the M7, which sits between the M9 and the M5. It's like a large mid-size SUV. And again, it's got a very similar interior. It does look very, very nice. How does it feel? I'm holding so much, I'm gonna have to use the back of my hand here. Very nice indeed. And then there's one more car, which interestingly they don't show here. It's their newest car. It's the Luxeed S7, something like that. And it's actually built by Chery in a partnership. And we saw that at the Beijing Auto Show. So again, if you want to go watch that video, I've linked that down below. Oh man, okay. So I don't want it to seem like I'm slagging on these cars, because honestly, I'm not. I'm sure they all have a lot of differences, but seeing them back to back in this like shopping center style, they're all presented in a very similar way. Their interiors are also quite similar. Their features are quite similar. And at least on paper, they have similar outputs, battery sizes, range. It's going to be really interesting to see how 10 new brands plus entering Australia are going to compete differently. What will they bring different? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Am I being too critical? I don't know. Okay, I've met some new friends. What's your name?
My name is Qin Ziqi.
Oh, I can't say that. What's your name?
Lou Lihang.
Okay, what's your name?
Li Mingzhe.
Okay, and yours?
Zhao Jiaxu.
I've met friends and they want a photo, so we're gonna take a photo. So wave. This will no doubt end up on Bilibili.
Hello.
Well, as Daddy Jacob would say, alrighty-roo, guys. Gonna hate me for that one. But that's it, day 5 and day fly home. So we have a 3-hour bus ride now from here, Hangzhou, I hope I'm saying that right, to Shanghai. And don't worry, I will spare you the pain of having to sit on that bus for 3 hours with me. So I'm gonna say goodbye here. China has been awesome. Zeekr has some very exciting models coming out. Let me know in the comment section, which one are you guys most looking forward to? I quite like the Zeekr X. I think it might actually do pretty well. Of course, if you did enjoy this style of video, please let me know in the comment section as well. Like the video, share it with a friend. It always really helps the channel out. And of course, if you want to buy any new car, you know you can do so through carsauce.com/buy. I don't even need to tell you why. It's literally the best buying service ever. And with that, au revoir, and I'll see you in Korea literally tomorrow. I fly to Korea. It's fun.